Workers' Party is gathering for what was
I'm with
built
you now.
as a peaceful protest. Wonderful. Thanks for coming on. Good morning.
Thank you. Good morning. Good morning.
Tell us what's the scene like down at Cash Trees. You're scheduled to get going just about now.
Yes, we're with our supporters, and also people who are here for the protest have just started to trickle in right now, and we are just waiting for everyone to get here. It seems as if it's going to be a very exciting morning. We hope it will be, and we'll be able to articulate some of the positions that we hold and some of what we have in terms of where the direction in which our country is headed in. Yes.
Right. Let's talk about some of those positions and the reasons why you've called out your supporters to protest today.
Well, we've had a government that seems to be out of control, a government that seems to have absolutely no respect for the leader of the opposition, a government that has basically not attended to the prevailing country that are really hurting a wide sector of our communities throughout this country. The focus have been just to be doing ridiculous stuff and ridiculing the leader of the opposition. We also have the issue of unemployment in this country. We know that we have very high youth unemployment in this country, and they have not done anything significant other than the so-called youth economy, which only a few will benefit from, to be able to address the issue of unemployment in this country. We also have the very a high rate of violent crimes. Every day you get up there is a drive-by shooting. Every day you get up in this country, someone has killed someone. And this government seems to not have a handle in terms of managing the crime situation here in this country. We also have the situation of our roads and the deplorable condition that it has fallen into in the last year and a half. You also have the issue of our ports. Every country, for example, which wants to talk about sovereignty, one of the things that you would want to talk about is having control of your airports and having control of your ports. And once you are going to give out or your ports to foreign powers or companies to manage, it sends a clear message that you are parceling out your sovereignty, and this is part of what this government is doing here. The situation of healthcare in this country, where up to now we don't have a blueprint in terms of how this government is going to be able to offer us the affordable healthcare in this country. And there are so many issues here in this country that one ought to worry about in terms of the direction in which they're going.
Right. Not too far off a distance from you is the office of the Speaker of the Parliament. How much of today's agenda is focused on his decision to bring the current leader of the opposition before the Privileges Committee?
A lot of it is as equally as everything else. But that's why we don't. What we're saying is, you're going to take Allen Chastanet to the Privileges Committee. The fact remains that the only persons who can decide whether Allen Chastanet continue to serve St Lucia's Parliament are the people of Miku South. They are the ones who elected Allen Chastanet, not Claudius Francis, not any of the members on the government side. And so to make something historical, where you've had a Privileges Committee where no one have ever been taken to that Privileges Committee, and make Allen Chastanet the poster boy for taking him to the Privileges Committee, is in our view outrageous and foolish.
All right. Let's talk about a few issues. Thurl, just do me a favor. My producers are asking you to just bring the phone slightly away from you. That's right there. That's perfect. Yeah, you can bring it closer.
Perfect. Yes.
Right. That's perfect. You said in the introductory remarks that the government is parceling out our sovereignty, and you were speaking there to the deal for the two ports. How much of a concern should that deal be in all what we don't know now? How much of a concern should it be to St. Lucians?
it should be a bit of grave concern to any St. Lucian who really want to affirm the territorial rights and the sovereignty of this country, that your government can quietly negotiate something that you don't even know what the details are. We don't know. All we know that this is happening. All we know that they met. All we know that their intentions is to parcel out the ports and of our airports to foreign entities. But we have no idea what's in it for us, and we have no idea what's in it for them. Because at the end of the day, we should worry about what deals went into making this thing happen, and what and is there enough transparency in terms of this whole deal.
Other things nationally that we can talk about, but quickly, Terence, sorry, what sort of format would the protest this morning take?
Okay, we have already started to gather here, and the whole aim is to walk down Lab Street towards Parliament Building. We won't be standing directly in front of the Parliament Building, but we will find a space in the mouth of the boulevard facing the Parliament Building, because we have to have a total of 200 yards away from the Parliament Building, which is what we have agreed with the police. And so we are going to chant peacefully. We are going to raise our voices, and we are going to let our discontent with this government known to everyone. And so in the end, our aim is to be able to let the people be the ones to lead this protest. Let them chant, let them say what their gripe is with this government. But about 11:30, we will start winding down and bringing this protest to an end, and we hope to get our people off the street at the end of by 12 o'clock or 12 noon today. Though I should also say this is just the beginning of a protracted attempt for us to be able to demonstrate and protest out there. And this is just the first of it, and there will be many more to come.
Yeah,
yes.
Overnight decision, Mr. Prudent, to suspend the sitting of Parliament today. How do you respond?
They're cowards. This government, they're all cowards. They know what's coming. They understand that the United Workers' Party is not dead. They understand that the people of this country isn't dead, because it's not just about UWP. It's about independence. It's about supporters of the Labour Party that has lost faith in their government. And so they've run away from town. They've gone through the exit, but we're not going through the exit. We will be out there and to peacefully, demonstrate or protest and to air our grievances with this current government.
Yeah. Just before I allow you and ask you to engage some of the supporters and your followers down the square.
Yes.
Work recommences at St. Jude's today, the old St. Jude's building project site. What say you quickly?
But repeat again.
I say
the St. Jude's.
What say you to the resumption of work today at the old St. Jude project site? I
see this more like what we would typically do for the STEP program. Christmas is coming. They must give people jobs. Who makes a big deal about fencing or to start a project, and so forth? It makes absolutely no sense. So unless we have seen tangible work started on the St. Jude's project, I don't think we should take that very seriously.
Right. And shouldn't we see a plan, a budget, the source of funding, how it is expected to be utilized, even before we go back in there?
You are correct. You are correct. And up to now, the people of this country have no idea in terms of a budget. They have no idea in terms of a plan. All this government is saying to us is that they are going to start the old St. Jude. But for me and many persons watching this, we see it more as an extension of a polyclinic. It's not about serious health, establishing or building a serious medical institution. It's about just ensuring that anything that Allen Chastanet placed his hands on will not become part of the fabric of healthcare here in this country. And this is what is happening.
Yeah, The final whistle on that is still outstanding. Thurl, before we conclude,
Yes.
I'll just switch your camera around, move around, and show us who's with
Yes.
you. You can also take the opportunity to speak to some of your followers down at the square.
Yes, well, we're just starting to come in. There are persons far out and spread out. So it's a small gathering so far, but we expect it to build up as the morning goes through. And they've started coming in, as you could see.
Right. Placards, and you could move through the crowd.
This is right.
You could move through the crowd
Yes.
if you have an opportunity to speak with anyone.
Yes.
We'll
Yes.
facilitate that as well.
What are your thoughts? So why are you here today? Why are you guys here?
Let them know what we think, that we're going to run down St. Lucia for them to be respectful of our leader.
Thank you. Absolutely.
We're here because our country is bleeding to death and we need to stop the hemorrhaging.
Beautiful. Absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. And
why are you here today?
Support Allen Chastanet and to put those people out of it.
Yes.
To kick them out of it.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah. Zombie.
Yes. Why are you here today?
For the future of my children and grandchildren. That's why I'm here.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Yes. Yes. Why are you here today?
I hope they have Claudius behind bars. He might use his bars.
Okay. All right. Yes. Yes. Okay. All right. So you've got a sample of the crowd. Yes.
Absolutely, and we thank you for that. Still early days. Still early moments. The news team will come down to provide continued coverage, and then the updates will come later on this evening during the nightly news. The party leader expected down there as well this morning.
He will be there today. Yes, to my knowledge, he should be here later. Yes. Yeah. Yes.
And you are sanctioned and have the support, the approval of the police.
Yes, we have their full support and we have permit from them. Yes.
Just before we go, your final word, Thurl Prudent, to folks listening and supporters, why they should make their way down there.
Well, to all persons who have discontent with this government, to all persons who are dissatisfied with the last 15 months, it is your opportunity today to come out. Come out and let your voices known. We're not afraid. You should not be afraid. This government can do absolutely no harm to you. And so it is your right as a St. Lucian citizen to be able to protest forthright. And we hope that you come to join this protest today and let us do it in a very resounding way. Thank you so very much.
Thank you, Thurl Prudent. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you. Okay.
Friend of the show, Thurl Prudent, who is downtown Castries, leading a protest action by the United Workers' Party, as you saw and heard during that conversation this morning. Advertised at 8:30. Start interesting days in our St. Lucia. The colors never go away, I tell you. 16 months after general election, you swear that we are quickly heading right back the interesting times in our sweet St. Lucia. You know how our people, we love politics, so that's who we are, and that's just what we do. Well, not all of us. 3 minutes. Oh no, 2 minutes quickly. I ran out of time when you cover so much. Turned out to be a blockbuster show this morning. So much has happened over the platform. The news team will have the updates from the Square, St. Jude Hospital, and everything that's happening across St. Lucia over the next few hours. This evening, 6:45, your first news of the day when Daniel Edwards rolls in here to present the news with the news team. Before that, the news comes on, and I'll be back, God willing, 6 o'clock tomorrow when Jazz Sun will rise again. Another informative, educational, and enlightening program awaits till then. And on behalf of everyone who works so hard to keep the show on the air, we appreciate your viewership. We know you have other choices, but thanks for making us your number one. We'll be back tomorrow, God willing. Until then, take good care of yourselves and each other.